Seafood is the most unforgiving category in chain dining. Bad fish at an inflated price isn't just disappointing. It's a specific kind of betrayal. Today we rank the major seafood chains from worst to best on quality, value, taste, and health. Some of these chains deserve your money. Some of them have been getting it for reasons that have nothing to do with the quality of what's on the plate. Number 6. Joe's Crab Shack. Joe's Crab Shack leans hard into a beach shack party aesthetic to justify pricing that the food rarely supports. The atmosphere is loud and fun, particularly for large groups and families, and for a long time that atmosphere was enough to carry the experience. It isn't anymore because people have gotten better at noticing when the food on the table doesn't match the tab they're paying. The seafood quality is inconsistent in a way that suggests the supply chain is not being managed carefully. The steam pots, the visual centerpiece of the menu, arrive looking impressive, and occasionally they're good, but the quality of the seafood inside them varies dramatically by location and by day. At best, you get properly steamed crab and shrimp with seasoning that penetrates into the meat. At less than best, you get something that went from freezer to steamer without much care in between and tastes exactly like that. The pricing is the most acute problem. The steam pots run $25 to $40. At that price, the inconsistency is inexcusable. You're paying premium for a product that delivers at premium levels roughly half the time. The other half, you're paying premium for a party atmosphere with mediocre seafood at the center of it. The health picture is mixed. Seafood is inherently nutritious when well prepared, but the Joe's menu skews heavily toward butter-drenched and fried preparations that significantly reduce the nutritional value of the seafood they're using. The sides are calorie-dense with minimal nutritional value. The hush puppies and coleslaw that accompany most meals are filler, not food. The fun factor is real. The food quality is not dependable enough to justify coming back. Number 5. Red Lobster. Red Lobster is the most complicated conversation in this category because it occupies such a specific place in American dining culture. For millions of people, it was the special occasion seafood restaurant. Birthdays, anniversaries, family celebrations. That history is real, and the nostalgia around it is genuine. But nostalgia doesn't change what Red Lobster has become, which is a chain charging premium prices for largely frozen, imported seafood in locations that feel dated and underinvested. The core problem is the ingredient sourcing relative to the price point. Most of what Red Lobster serves has been previously frozen. The shrimp, most of the fish, the lobster in the non-live preparations. Frozen seafood is not inherently disqualifying, but at the prices Red Lobster charges, dinner for two with drinks regularly approaches $60 to $80, you are paying a premium price for a non-premium product. The menu is structured around fried preparations and heavy cream-based sauces. This is the death of any nutritional value seafood would normally bring. A plate of shrimp scampi at Red Lobster runs over 1,300 calories and nearly 90 grams of fat. The endless shrimp promotion, the one that contributed materially to the company's financial difficulties, is the logical endpoint of this philosophy. A high volume of low-quality, processed shrimp in rich sauces at a price point that could never be sustained. The Cheddar Bay biscuits are excellent. Everyone knows this. They are legitimately one of the best things served at any casual dining chain in the country. They are also complimentary bread. The irony that Red Lobster's best item is the free bread is not subtle. For the price, the product, and the current state of the dining experience, Red Lobster is not where you should be spending your money for seafood. Number 4. Long John Silver's. Long John Silver's occupies the fast food tier of seafood and is honest about it in a way that the chains above it on this list are not. This is fried fish and hush puppies at low prices, served fast, without any pretense that it's something more elevated. That honesty earns it some credit. The fish is battered and deep fried, which is not the preparation method that maximizes the nutritional value of fish. But within the fried fish fast food space, Long John Silver's executes consistently. The batter is light enough to let the fish inside register. The cod and pollock used in the core items are real fish, properly filleted, cooked to order in fresh oil. The hush puppies are good. The coleslaw is serviceable. The health picture is what you'd expect from a fried seafood fast food chain. The calorie counts are significant, the fat content is high from the frying oil, and the sodium runs elevated across the menu. But the fish underneath the batter is real white fish, high protein, low saturated fat, and the calorie count on a basic two-piece fish meal without the extras is around 400 to 500 calories, which is manageable if you're not loading up on sides. The value is the strongest card Long John Silver's holds: a full meal, fish, a side, a drink, for under $8. For what it is, it delivers. The expectation is calibrated correctly. The product matches that expectation reliably. In a category full of chains that disappoint relative to their positioning and price, that alignment means something. Number 3. Captain D's. Captain D's is Long John Silver's better executed cousin, also in the fried seafood fast food tier, also priced aggressively, but with notably better ingredient quality and a more thoughtful menu that gives health-conscious customers real options. The fish at Captain D's is flaky and fresh in a way that distinguishes it from some competitors at the same price point. The batter is thinner and less oil-saturated, which means the fish inside registers more clearly in the flavor, and the batter doesn't overwhelm the protein. The shrimp are whole shrimp rather than processed formed pieces, which is a quality indicator that matters. The grilled menu is Captain D's most underappreciated asset. The grilled tilapia and grilled shrimp are genuinely good, clean, lightly seasoned, properly cooked, and they transform the Captain D's experience from a fried seafood indulgence into a legitimately reasonable fast food meal. A grilled tilapia plate with a vegetable side and corn on the cob is a high-protein, reasonable calorie meal for around $8. That's a real value proposition for health-conscious diners who want seafood without the frying. The sides are better than the category average. The corn on the cob is fresh. The hush puppies are well executed. The coleslaw is made with real cabbage rather than from a bag. These details add up. Value is strong across the full menu. Captain D's charges fast food prices for food that is genuinely better than fast food at most competitors, and that gap is noticeable when you're eating it. Number 2. Bonefish Grill. Bonefish Grill is where the seafood chain conversation gets serious. This is a full-service casual dining chain with a real kitchen philosophy. And the fish is actually fresh, not fresh as a marketing word. Genuinely fresh, sourced with real attention, and prepared with real culinary technique. Fresh and previously frozen fish don't taste the same when they're cooked. Fresh fish holds its moisture through the cooking process, flakes more cleanly, and has a clean oceanic flavor that previously frozen fish consistently struggles to replicate after thawing. When you eat the salmon at Bonefish, you taste the difference. When you eat the mahi-mahi, you taste the difference. The swordfish, the rainbow trout, the sea bass, these are proteins being treated with respect, cooked to order with grilling and broiling as the primary methods rather than batter and oil. The menu rotates seasonally. Chains that never change their menu are optimizing for operational simplicity, not for what's actually at its best right now. Bonefish brings in seasonal fish and features them as specials. That's a chain operating with a kitchen philosophy, not just a production schedule. From a health standpoint, Bonefish Grill is one of the best chain dining options in the country for nutrition-conscious eaters. Grilled salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids that support cardiovascular and cognitive health. Mahi-mahi and swordfish are lean, high-protein choices with excellent micronutrient profiles. Even the lighter pasta dishes and salads are built with real ingredients and genuine care. A grilled salmon fillet with seasonal vegetables and a starter salad is a meal any nutritionist would endorse. The Bang Bang shrimp is the signature item and it earns the attention it gets. Crispy fried shrimp in a creamy, sweet, spicy sauce. Genuinely one of the best appetizers at any chain in any category. Order it to share as a starter, not as a main, and it fits perfectly. Value is fair given the quality tier. The pricing reflects a full-service experience with genuinely fresh, carefully prepared protein. In seafood, freshness costs money. At Bonefish, the money buys what it should. Number 1. The Oceanair Seafood Room. The Oceanair takes the top spot in this category because it represents what a seafood restaurant chain can be when the commitment to quality is total and uncompromising. The concept is built around a daily fish board. The proteins available change based on what was actually flown in fresh from fisheries around the country that morning. If the halibut from Alaska didn't meet standard, it's not on the board. There's no frozen fallback that gets rebranded as the day's feature. What's fresh and excellent gets served. What isn't doesn't appear. That operational philosophy is rare at any scale of restaurant and practically unheard of in chain dining. The preparation techniques reflect serious culinary training. Whole fish preparations, proper sauce reductions built from real stocks, broiling and grilling over controlled heat. The kitchen at Oceanair functions like a real seafood restaurant kitchen, not like a production facility optimizing for throughput. The steaks of fish are thick, correctly portioned, and cooked with the attention they deserve. The oyster program is exceptional. A rotating selection of East and West Coast oysters, selected for quality and served properly shucked with traditional accompaniments. At most chain restaurants, oysters are an afterthought. At Oceanair, they're a centerpiece, and the quality reflects that positioning. From a health standpoint, Oceanair is a nutritionist's ideal chain dining experience. The menu is built around the proteins that deliver the highest nutritional value. Fatty fish rich in omega-3s, lean white fish high in protein and low in fat, shellfish loaded with zinc, iodine, and selenium. The preparations emphasize the natural quality of the ingredient rather than masking it with heavy sauces or adding caloric load through frying. The price reflects the quality. This is the premium end of the seafood chain category, with entrees running $25 to $45. But you're paying for fish that was flown in that morning, prepared with real technique, and served in an experience that treats seafood with the respect it deserves. In a category where freshness is everything, and most chains have decided freshness is negotiable, Oceanair's non-negotiable commitment to it puts it in a class by itself.